What's going on, Dark Christian Gang? How y'all doing today? And today I'm gonna sit here and start off, of course, today I'm gonna sit here and start off by doing a fusion, I would say, of movie reviews that I'm gonna do of the two latest horror films that had just came out not too long ago. So I'm gonna do the review or so of the Jeepers Creepers Reborn and the newest one that just came out not too long ago, Smile. So I have very few opinions. Well, I don't want to say a few, but I have my reserves when it comes down to both of these films right here. Both of them had potential, but I definitely felt like there were some things that they kind of like lacked on towards the end. I got a lot more to say in terms of the new movie Smile, since I just came from seeing it earlier today. But the new Reborn, I saw that one like last week or so, and I was just thinking in my head. I said, I don't even know if I want to talk a whole lot about it. So let me start by getting Smile out the way. So I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna talk about how it is. Do the spoiler free part first, and then go into the nitty gritty. So what are my thoughts about the movie? Uh, the movie was pretty good. I feel like Struggle Nation or so, M Dog and them, they pretty much had said pretty much how I was feeling or whatever about it. If you have not seen their video, so check them out. In terms that it had potential, but it's like towards the end, it kind of like fell off into the WTF kind of category, because it's like you felt like we were getting somewhere, but then it kind of left off a few questions that were not answered in the film, or it felt like it could have. It felt like it was going in that direction, and for some reason it just went off somewhere different, and that's why I'm like, what the hell? Um, but all in all, like I said, I really did enjoy the movie. Definitely was creepy. Definitely has some. It definitely telegraphed a lot of. Well, I won't say a lot, but it telegraphed the complete some of the particular scare scenes where you saw coming via the trailer or so, and then some was kind of like left field in terms of how it did. So I did jump a few times in the theater or so, but I mean, shoot, what else to say and such? Like I said, the stuff in there was very trying to find the right words here. Like I said, it definitely had potential. Definitely had a lot going for itself. It definitely it gave me a lot of the Ring vibes and the freaking Smiley stuff or whatever. I definitely got it from the whole Truth or Dare. So it's kind of like it was basically a fusion of that into this. And of course, with how both of those films go, it ends with the character not succeeding at all. So it's those films that you don't get a happy ending, or it's those ones where you thought you got a happy ending and it turns around and gives a giant fuck you. So so that's the spoiler part or so of this part here. If you have not seen the movie just yet, pause the video right now, or just basically pause the video right now, see the movie, come back. You know what I'm saying? By all means, I'll wait. Whew. Now I got choked up. Because I couldn't wait no goddamn longer. Alright, so going into the next part of the film, it started off like very creepy in terms of what was going on. Like, it definitely came off unpredictable and left field in terms of like how it went. Sorry about that. But so it all goes with the main character being a therapist, like a psychiatric doctor. And so far everything was going good. Then of course, from what y'all see in the trailers, so you got the girl comes in, She's freaking hell out over something that she saw. And of course, with how most goes in horror films that involves the supernatural or something that's super dangerous or so that we can't completely understand, people don't believe it or try to take the time or so to pay attention. So the main character, she explains exactly like what she's seeing, what she's experiencing, and all that. But of course, as a psychiatric doctor, so you're kind of childing it to where it's like, yeah, I believe you, but back in your mind, you're not freaking believing it at all. So, but then all of a sudden, boom, she starts freaking the hell out, and you looking like she straight up just died. But then she gets all smiley faced, and then literally kills herself right in front of her. So then, of course, like the situation with the ring, uh, she had seeing all this craziness that she somehow can't explain it, but she's the only one seeing it. And I thought that was a cool particular spin in terms that it's like, oh, it's not some video or some bull crap or so that's like, oh, like let me like it's not something that was like most characters be stupid enough to check out because of curiosity kind of reasons. This is something that was kind of just basically blown in your face to where you couldn't predict that this was going to happen. You just all of a sudden got trapped in this. And so she later on finds out that the whole thing is a curse, and that that this entity, this demon, he goes around person to person, infecting them. The stint of to how long how it is for each victim is like 4 days to maybe a week. Like I said, some ring shit pretty much. But the thing that's so crazy about it is that it does that freaking truth or dare smiley face thing, where each victim's all smiling, and it happens completely at random. So it's like you never know what's gonna happen. So it's like either you walk to the store, and then like a kid could literally walk up to your ass and literally start smiling, saying, "You're gonna die, you're gonna die." And the thing about too is that it's such a mind fuck because sometimes the stuff could actually happen. Like an actual person could literally be there and like physically say some stuff, or it could literally just be all in your head. And like it showed in the movie, she had like several instances where it's like a bunch of people were seeming like they were there but they weren't. So it's basically the demon playing mind games or so. And I didn't know exactly how strong the whole thing was with everything. So yeah, that I was not expecting. but but of course, there just so happens to be a survivor through the whole shebang of this whole thing. And of course, for I guess say for horror movie purposes, they have it as a black guy surviving. Now, the way that he survived was basically that he basically transferred the curse to somebody else. And how he did it was he had to kill somebody and have a witness be there. That way it transfers the curse to them. And to how it works per se, it mainly goes with people that have some kind of traumatic experience in their life. And so that's what helps them fester. It helps the demon fester what the victim has, pretty much. It never said anything or so about a person that didn't have any traumatic experience, so getting that. I mean, even say they never did, seeing somebody literally getting killed in front of them with the freaking Joker smile and all that, anybody will literally be traumatized by that, if anything. But, I guess it has to be something within your past for it to use. And so that's particularly the one way to escape the curse, messed up as that is. So pretty much it's having you basically forfeit your life and be your time in jail, in order to survive. Um, but that's not what the main character. Well, she tried, but of course, she didn't have it in her. So she tried to do the one thing that you would think will work, but it didn't turn out that way. So she had a traumatic experience. So, but due to the fact though that her mother had the curse herself, I think, based off of what I've seen or so, like from what they was telling or so in the movie, that the main character woman was sitting here saying the same things that the mother was saying. So basically, the mother was affected by the same curse, and then it just so happened to circle back to her, and and so she was, you know, traumatic about it because the girl's only 10 years old. What the hell can you do when your mother is sitting here acting like she's crazy? She's lashing out because the demon is literally messing with them. So it's like, even if to say you're not living with anybody or so, the demon will literally mess with you to where you're literally losing sleep, to where an accident can literally happen, or it will make you more irritable to looking more crazy and then make it out to be a suicide. So like that's pretty much is the demon's plan here. Like, make their victims out to be looking crazy, then just rule it as a suicide, have a witness there to see it, and then move on to the next person. Pretty much. Um the crazy, and like I said, the thing I find so funny though, like I said, it's multiple people that were being involved in it. From what they said in the movie, it was like at least around like 20 people. But the thing that they didn't do within the movie was explain exactly how this shit came to be. It just knew that the whole thing just went further back into a bunch of other people or so that was somehow affected by it. But like I said, nobody knew exactly where this motherfucker came, how it came to be, and all this other stuff. At least when it came down to the Grudge and even the Truth or Dare demon or so, you at least had a background, or at least basically an origin to how these demons come to be. And so you didn't get that from that one. So that right there, I thought that was disappointing in the sense of the film. But any case it being such a long story short, she comes out being crazy and she goes in to try to face her trauma. And of course, the demon comes in about to kill her. Well, kill her per se, because I feel like she had ample. I feel like it had ample opportunity, but it never did. It just messed with her, choked her out or so, but that was about it. Because of course the demon needs a witness, so it's like killing her will basically end the cycle, which that's pretty much is the major solution from what I got from the movie or so. It's like, once you are cursed, you either one, wait out your days and such until you basically get killed and have the curse being passed on to somebody, or you basically kill yourself, and that way it ends the whole thing. Now, in terms of how, if the demon's gonna basically let you do that, I don't think so. But I mean, I don't think the demon really has to worry about it, because nobody in their right mind literally goes in and tries to kill themselves, like literally. They rather somebody else pull the trigger and all that, but still that's still kind of passing it. So you basically have to basically live out alone and then basically die, pretty much, in order to stop it. Um, but like I said, when she tried to face her trauma and such, Demon was messing with her. She, he hinted at it as like it's all on her mind. So, of course, you thought this was gonna be the turnaround where she goes in, defeats the demon, burns his ass and all that, and leaves the house. And you thought everything was cool, And after that, she, supposedly gone back to her little love interest, I mean, with everything that's been going on, so fiance thinks she's crazy, her sister wants nothing to do with her, etc., etc. But then turns out she never left the house. So like I said, it was a giant fuck you. The demon literally like never was killed. So her little love interest cop or so, the person that was helping her and such throughout the whole thing or so, somehow I don't even know. That's the part that kind of missed me, was how exactly did he know her location to even do that? But somehow in some way, see, in my mind, I think the demon probably did it. I think the demon probably called the location or so when it happened as a just in case situation. Um, but of course, that was off screen. But but at the like I said, but at the end, she didn't beat the demon. The demon comes in, rips his dang face off, looking ugly as hell, and then goes in and possesses the main character. The cop dude comes in, she's on smile mode, and sits here and burns her ass to death. And he bears witness, and then the curse, of course, passes on to him. And that's the end of the damn movie. That's pretty much it. Bullshit. Like, I mean, I'll admit the turnover did shock me, but at the same time, it's like, damn. Like, this is gonna be this kind of movie. But that's all it is for like Smile and such. Like I said, I hope you guys enjoyed that part. Now, on my review part or so for Jeepers Creepers, like I said, I'm not really gonna go too far deep in it like I did for Smile. Just basically, long story short, I really truly do not know exactly where this Jeepers Creeper was even a part of. This was to me, this was basically like a whole revamped version of it from the very beginning, pretty much. So basically, this was basically like a Jeepers Creepers that's not tied in with 1, 2, and 3, pretty much. This is basically like its own version. Like, this is basically its own part 1, pretty much, of everything. But the twist of it that I thought that was a pretty good plot twist or whatever was the fact that the people that were involved in the movie or so, apparently the main girl, she was pregnant. Apparently, Jeepers Creepers and them, I guess they over the years got. So I guess you can kind of say this is like a fourth one or so in some form or fashion, stupid as it is. But or some kind of sequel prequel kind of thing. I don't really know. But he has it to where he gained fans. He got a whole little cult, kinda. Like, it's not really big. It's like basically out of 3 people that apparently just loves this guy. So he got this nigga food and everything just in case he resurfaces. Like I said, I don't even know how that came about, but it did. And they was planning on, apparently the main girl was pregnant, and they were planning on taking the baby from her, like before the baby was even like there. It was like, it's still like in a embryo kind of state or so. Like, she's not even like a couple of weeks pregnant or something like that. But they were planning on taking the baby's life or so, get its life essence, so to live forever or live longer per se. So like I said, I guess after so many times or so, I guess the creeper is hitting the age limit or something. Like, they never explained that. But in some ways it does make sense. Due to, like I said, it's like, after like so long, it's like, how long can you really hibernate? Like, I mean, he's a demon, but still, we don't really know much about the creeper, so to know exactly for a fact, it's not like on some it shit. But like I said, it had its comedy moments, it had its little scary moments, but most of it was kind of telegraphed. Some of them was like, oh snap, and then some of the effects into it was really, towards the end, I would say, it was really crappy. Not as bad as number 3. Oh Lord, number 3 was stupid as hell. But it to me it wasn't as to me it wasn't it was not as good, but it wasn't bad as 3. 3 was just like, what were they doing? At least with this one here, it had a scary factor in it. Like it kind of was taking a little bit. It took a little bit from what they did for number 1, but it just kind of ended it on a stupid level kind of thing, pretty much. And then at the end, it left a lot of questions and answers. Cause like the girl was all of a sudden getting visions, but this wasn't visions of them trying to stop it or being like a warning in terms of what was going on. It was like some kind of weird premonition kind of thing or something. I don't know. And then at the end, you see the girl. She looks like she was possessed, or maybe something affected her or something. I don't know. And then they sitting here. the creeper sitting here all of a sudden got a new pet now. Some albino crow. Like, that was so stupid. I said, plot twist. Crow got a little pet now. Like the king of the crows and all that stuff. And then of course at the end you see the creeper, he dies. But then all of a sudden all the crows started eating his ass up, and then all of a sudden you see him later like being reborn per se from the crows and all that stuff, and then just do the whole ooga boo. And that's pretty much it. Most of the people that were involved in the movie, well, not all of them, but at least the ones that were involved in the house that you see in the trailer, all of them pretty much died except for the couple, of course. But in terms of like what's gonna happen next, I had literally no clue. I already know this movie is gonna be a shit show. If it is good enough to where they may do a second part to it, I have high doubts. I'm not exactly sure. Like I said, the movie left a lot of questions and answers. But either way. By the way, like I said, I wasn't gonna talk too much about it though, cause like I said, it was real stupid though. But tidbit fact for you guys at home: I've heard from another source that somebody that saw the Smile movie apparently, after they saw the movie or so, they went in and committed suicide. I don't know for sure. Y'all can look it up and find out yourself. Like I said, if y'all find out more for it, hey, put it down in the comments down below. Let me know. But other than that, that's pretty much it. Like I said, I pretty much enjoyed the movies to a certain extent or so. And as always, hey, if you like the video or so, hit that subscribe button or so, and hit that notification bell so y'all know every single time I post a new video out. It's your boy Dark Crimson DZ. I'm out. See you later.